I was born in Utica, New York, January 21st, 1941. As a young boy, I lived on a farm in Poland, New York. I kind of liked the farm. It was just my brother and myself. My brother Benjamin is my older brother. He's 2 years older than myself. We lived there for a number of years until my mother got a job down in Rockland County. At first, I lived down the street from where I live now. My mother bought a trailer and we lived in the Stony Point Trailer Park. I never knew my dad. My mother never talked about him. We really had no idea on who he was or now my mother died in 1957, and after my mother died, I stayed with the minister in Thiels for about a year and a half, I guess. Walter and his wife Mary Ida, their son Tommy, and the oldest boy was Walter. Kind of like little brothers to me, and I enjoyed them very much. I went through pretty much most of my life not knowing who my father was. So it was always, make up a story, and always said my mother's maiden name was Thurston, and my father died. Well, it really wasn't an untruth, because by that time he was dead. He was hit by a train and killed in 1944, I believe. And pretty much I went through life with this story that my father was dead, and if anybody asked me, that was the case. So one of the benefits that I always had, it seems like I always had older people looking out for me. I think my brother did to a certain degree too. But when I lived in the trailer park, the park owner, he was always helping my mother, and he was always keeping us in line. He'd have little jobs for us to do, which I never minded. Let's make a couple of 50 cents here at that time, maybe not even 50 cents, but if you got a little bit of change, you could go and get a Coke for 10 cents or a ice cream sandwich for 10 cents. Or, my mother never talked about him when she was alive. And so, and I never asked those questions, and it's just something that you have to live with. I met Caroline, and she mentioned something that my mother was living with this feller Wiggins. I started this tree on Ancestry with the Wiggins family, and eventually I found that I had a sister also. We did a DNA test to prove that we are in fact related, and it came out positive. Finding a sister was really great. So what I have discovered in my search, people that were accused of witchcraft, unjustly, of course, and people, ladies that were put to death because of these accusations of witchcraft. Another interesting person that I found in my research was a person was actually believed to be the first Italian in living in Long Island, Peter Cesare Alberti. But anyway, it was only when I got on Ancestry that I discovered the whole Wiggins end of the family. And I am so happy that I found them. They're a great family, and all my brothers and are dead now. My brothers, of my father. My sister Sharon, she's still alive out in Detroit, and we talk every once in a while. But anyway, this is my story. I love you, and I hope you enjoy it. Bye now.
Got it.